Hello, my name is Cass, and today I am bringing you the second entry in a series we are calling My Alchemy Pitches. We are pitching the idea of our comic book company, Mad Alchemy Comics. It is our goal with this pitch to bring new fans and readers to this book, to the company, to shed light on what the company will be and what type of titles we hope to bring and hopefully bring in backers and people who might be interested for an up and coming crowdfunding campaign we will be having in the near future. So, with that, we are first going to give you a brief recap of what we touched upon in the first pitch, where we just gave a general introduction of me as the reader and writer on the first book, a brief synopsis and plot of the book that we are launching and where we hope to see ourselves in the near future. So today, what we're going to be touching on in the second entry is more of the book, more of the plot, and our main four characters. So with that being said, let's head into it. So as mentioned in the first entry, Thoth begins in a world of alchemy of old and New Age science combining to create a new science known as New Age alchemy. Pioneers in this world fearing the worst, and other people rising, known as Black Hat alchemists, are starting to gain, start running crimes and so forth, and underground illegal activity, performing illegal activity in the world. To combat this, certain alchemists form groups known as consultants. Now, one of the few cities within this world, known as Viper City, is one of the last to jump on the idea of utilizing consultants in alchemic crimes until our four main characters, known as the Westbrook family, lend their services to two up and coming, well, not up and coming, but two seasoned detectives that find themselves thrust in the world of alchemic crimes. So now, as time goes on and more alchemic crimes grow, the two detectives, along with new recruits onto a task force that they are formed, and the Westbrook family gain an alliance to try and stop those who choose to use New Age alchemy for evil. Now, today, the world of Thoth has a lot of characters. This is a very large cast. But today we're going to be touching on our main four characters, who are the Westbrook family. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump into these characters. I will be giving you a brief breakdown of who they are, their abilities and personalities, and where I hope to see them in the near future. So, let's get into it. So, first, we're going to touch upon our first character, which is Lauren. Lauren is what you would call in this world an emerald child. Emerald children are generally what you would consider nature's adaptation to New Age alchemy and what it brings to the world. Emerald children are known to have great neurological and mental capacities, such as photographic memories, quick wit, able to assess situations. They are literally, they are pretty much born Einstein. But with that brings a lot of fear and a lot of experimentation on what that can bring into the world, especially a world that utilizes New Age alchemy. Being experimented on and researched on, she was taken in by the alchemist Gerald Westbrook, where he was hoping to give her a normal childhood. She was also adopted in a period in Gerald Westbrook's life known as the dark period of Gerald Westbrook. This is where he is witnessed some atrocities that man has should never see when it comes to any science or war or alchemy in general. So now where she is currently in the story is she is now a famed doctor. She is rising up the ranks. She's just gotten out of her residency. She is building her name and hope to become someone of importance within her field. She could be an alchemist in herself, but certain traumas in her life lead her to not really want to achieve or reach that particular height in her career. So just helping and being a doctor right now is her main focus. But who knows, in the near future, alchemy might be her next task. Our next one today is Joseph Westbrook. Joseph Westbrook is what you would consider the normie of the four. Adopted into the family as an attempt of Gerald to have a normal life, Joseph doesn't necessarily have any abilities. He wasn't experimented on or anything of that. So he's always, a normal life was always in the picture for him. But as circumstances would have it, being the eldest of the adopted and seeing his siblings being bullied and talked down upon or trying to, being taken advantage of, left him into a place of trying to take on a protective role where they may not be able to themselves. As time went forward, he joined the military as the normie generally does, gained some skills, and he ran into a period in time of his own where he joined a task force that dealt also in global black hat alchemy. What he had to do in those periods of time and what he learned are invaluable, but might not have left him in the best of headspace. Coming back, he is now a psychiatrist and counselor for those who seek help not only in alchemy but at more times. And hopefully, as his own traumas come to light, he's able to help those and himself as well. But again, what he had to pick up in those period of times of alchemy and black hat alchemy might be something left in the dark for now. Our third Westbrook is Rowan Westbrook. He is also a person that fell victim into a period of Gerald Westbrook's life known as the dark era of Gerald Westbrook. Rowan is what you would call a post birthing chimera. Now, in the New Age era of alchemy, chimerism is very common. Generally, if you manipulate an embryo in utero, you can pretty much create a chimera for many purposes, such as medical ones or such as wartime or whatever you would want to create a chimera for. But a post birthing chimera is different. Being tested upon to see the effects of what chimerism could do to a living host, Rowan was experimented on at a young age. A young age that some might not want to really admit how old he was when he was experimented on. These experimentations doing manu- hurting his mind in a certain way kind of would leave him to have to seek out methods to keep himself balanced. Now, as a beast would, he has delved in the world of herbalism and natural remedies while also going through his life as a pharmacist. So not only does he heal the world through medications, through the doctor sense, he does it naturally as well. But sometimes, as you try to heal yourself medicinally or herbally, the beast still finds its way to the top. Can he find his way past the beast? Can the beast and himself coincide? Or will he have to be put down like an animal? Or can he live life as a man? Who knows? Our last character and our main character is Michael Westbrook. He is the youngest and last adopted of the Westbrook siblings. Growing up, he wasn't the healthiest guy in the world. Slim for his age, not really opposing in any way. The only thing he could really find salvation is was building his mind. Taken in by Gerald, he would soon adapt alchemy to not only help the world, but help himself in a way, creating a method to allow himself to walk and move better. He would later test the operation to do this on himself. Somewhat of a success, the operation still has its drawbacks. For the disease he has, it's kind of degenerative. So he must always find ways to seek alchemy or through alchemy or medicines or naturally to keep him from feeling the pain that he might have felt otherwise if he didn't find his methods. The main consultant of the four and the person who knows the most of alchemy, he has to really try to not be tempted by the world just to make himself better, but also try to stop those that do wrong in this world. So seeking the help of the officers and his siblings are really a must for him. Can he really overcome the need to want to become stronger and be more capable and live a normal life? Or will he be tempted by the fates of Black? Who knows? But we'll find out soon. So, with that said, those were the main four characters that fall within the Thoth universe. In the future, we might touch upon the officers that fall in Viper City, but right now, these are the characters that are really the focus of the Thoth world. So, we're going to cut this video here, and we're going to just close out by saying if these characters really piqued your interest, Come back next time for entry three. We'll be touching more on this world and how they fit in it and how they interact with other officers on Viper City. So we might touch upon those officers in general. So it's more than likely a certainty that we will. Um, so once again, if Mad Alchemy Comics is something that piques your interest, if it's something that you might want to read, stay tuned for entry three. Watch out for our crowdfunding. Follow us on our many social media pages. We are now up on Facebook, X/Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and any other that comes up. Who knows? TikTok might be next. So, thank you for watching if you're viewing, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye.